Alright everyone, so today what I want to do is show you a video about how I go about video editing and some of the things I've worked with in the past, what I'm using currently, and why. So right now my setup is very simple. I have an Apple iMac, I've got an Apple MacBook Pro, and most currently, probably to your surprise, I'm doing all my editing and uploading with a standard 2018 iPad. The only extra upgrade that this has is 128 gigs of space instead of the standard 32. And that's just because I'm shooting a lot of my stuff in 4K and for no other reason than that, just to be able to store more videos at once. And the main reason for this switch is I'm just sick of all the cords and all the bulk and everything that goes along with having a computer for editing. And this thing is awesome. I can shoot and render videos, upload them in 4K, and this thing never even gets warm to the touch. I mean, it's crazy. I can sit and watch a Netflix video, YouTube video, while I'm uploading and rendering a 4K video, and it's seamless. So again, you're probably thinking, all right, so you probably spent $300 on, an app or something like that. The app I'm using is called LumaFusion, and I purchased this. It's out of my own pocket. I'm not sponsored in any way by LumaFusion. I'm shooting the video because I'm so happy with the app and how much easier and quicker this has made my video uploading that I just wanted to make a video on it. I'm that excited about it. So for $20, I bought the app, and I actually bought it twice. Kind of a long story there, but I bought it twice. Got rid of my old iPad setup, got this one, and it's fantastic. So what I want to do is I want to take you through a little tutorial, just very briefly showing how great this is. My past experience, I used iMovie, I've used Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere. A lot of those are cumbersome. They made my laptop and my iMac just red hot. So I always had to go grab the power cord, plug it in. The fans are spinning like crazy. I got some force closes on those and things like that. And this is so simple. I can be in the car, in the passenger seat, editing. When I get back, I can upload. I can take this anywhere. And the beauty is, I can have this on my countertop, all folded up, ready to go. And in 2 seconds, I've got this open, I'm into the app, and I'm editing. So it's just made my life so simple, and I want to share with you what this looks like. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to launch our LumaFusion app. And in the app, this is the main screen here, and right up front, I like how simple this is. It says press here to create your first project. We press there. We're going to name this YouTube project. And it's asking frame rate, aspect ratio. The nice thing is you can do settings that are just for this project or global settings as well. So if we click up and check that out, we can do project settings or global settings. And that's kind of cool that you have that option to change it on the fly depending on if you want it for this particular project or always to default a certain way. Really cool that they have that functionality. We're going to go into our photos and we are going to select a video that I just shot on some bees outside. And so there's a picture we've got. Here's the actual video. When it comes to the video, they have something kind of neat here where you can slide and just select a certain portion of that video. Now, as I'm going through this, I want you to keep in mind that this is 4K video, which is awesome. So all you have to do is click and select on the video, pull it down. You can have 3 video tracks and 3 audio tracks at any given time. So that's something that is nice. Every once in a while, I wish I would have had room for a 4th or 5th, but for the simplicity factor, this is awesome. So if we click, we play it there, we can see a preview of what's going on. If we want to see it in a big screen, we can double tap. We got the bee there. We're going out, getting some shots of a storm rolling in. We'll pause, we'll double tap again to get back. And so say that you want to make some sort of a fade in on something like this. They have preloaded transitions you can put in, and again, you can just click and hold on any of these. Oh, we had a little app crash there, but the beauty of this is if something happens like that, it always saves. I've never had an issue where I've lost anything. So we go ahead and we drag our little, there we go. We'll hit play, and now you can see it has a nice fade in effect, and you can do it wherever you want. You can gradually have it fade in or out. If you don't like anything that you did, you can hit the back button, and we'll back and get totally out of that. You select the clip, and you've got these options. You can get the info on it, which is cool. You can tag, you can add notes to it. So here it shows when it was shot, it shows my frame rate, all the pertinent information I may need. You can clone a clip, you can detach the audio. One thing I use quite a bit here is edit. So we can do anything here. If we wanted to start by zooming up on that bee, we can zoom up on that bee, move it anywhere we want. Another kind of cool thing, I really like how easy they make it to add steps within any given clip. So if you click on this plus button in the corner, it's going to start my clip right there. Now, if I want to kind of pan in even more than what it's doing, or it's already panning in itself, the video, on how I shot it. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to show that we can actually do a fade in. So if we start and we want to make this clip, give it some dramatic effect, that it's going to start dark and then it's going to brighten up as it goes. We can do that there, and then we can do a little test. Alright, so I'm going to try that again. Opacity there. And it gives us that nice dramatic effect. So doing those sorts of things is very easy. And again, this is 4K video. I can't emphasize that enough, that this is worst case scenario that you're going to have. If you shoot in 1080p, things will go even quicker than this. You can speed things up. So if we wanted to make this clip even faster, we can do that. Take you through it in a fast motion. That's going to make us 6. So let's bring her back. Let's dial it back to where it was. You can maintain audio pitch, so it keeps the audio levels at the same across all your clips there. Also, you can play with the audio, and this is really cool because a lot of times with your recording, you'll need to bring the audio up or down. And so not only can you do that, but as it's playing on the left-hand side, you can see an audio level. So you know if you bring it up, you don't want to see it in that red zone because you're probably going to get some issues of distortion and things like that. So we'll bring it right back to where it was. And then we also have some filters here, which is cool. So you can apply a filter. And what I really like is as you're playing a clip, you can actually turn on and off. You can mute that filter down in the corner so you can tell what it's doing and if you want it. If you don't, you click the delete. Now, I didn't read any manuals with this. I'm not a genius by any means. So if I can pick this up just learning it, just by jumping in and doing it without reading anything or watching tutorials, I think that says something about the app. We click into presets. So, we can add different filters to these clips. You can see what they do. You can adjust all the levels on things to get it just the way you want it, which is just, it's awesome. And then as you're going through, so say, yeah, I really like this. You can save the effect. You can name it whatever you want. And then every time you come in here, you can have that effect automatically applied. If you don't want to save that forever, you can just go down here and hit Attributes Clipboard and hit the copy button. And then you can apply that to your other clips, which is just awesome. I mean, it works seamless. It's flawless. You've got all these options up here. It also goes through the presets that I've saved. You can also import LUTs from different apps or programs, which is cool. So if we get back out of here and we go back to our original the way it was, and we hit back, now we kind of see what we've done here. If I want to import a photo in the middle of this, that is just as easy to do as the video. So we find our photo, and there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and throw that in, and I only want it in there for about a second. So we're going to go, and we want to move it down the track over here. Again, now if I wanted to get more specific with the placement of that clip, I can just drag and pull in there, and I can get it right where I want it. I can modify that down to a fraction of a second. Now that B, I can't really see it in that picture, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is go in here. It's just as easy as a pinch zoom like you would with anything else with any smart device. And you can rotate it as well, so let's give it a little something there. And for some dramatic effect, we're going to start at this position, and we're going to make it where by the end of the clip we are zoomed in even more. So let's go ahead and show that. Hit the back there to get back to our beginning, and you show we've got a nice dramatic effect there. So if we go back into the video and we hit our play, we've got that in there. So that's really cool. As you're looking here on the left side, you've got options to show your audio levels of each track, which is really cool. And you can go ahead and mute certain clips. That easy. So it's, again, you look at Final Cut Pro, that has its place in the market, but something like this is just so easy to use. It's very user friendly. As we're going through here, they've just developed this so well. $20, in my opinion, is underpriced for what this app brings. I would easily, knowing what this app can do and how well they update it and keep things fresh, I'd pay $100 for something like this with as easy as it's made my life. And again, now if we want to go ahead and get this movie rendered, we go in, right now I'll save it to photos. It gives you all these options. So you've got your 4K resolution, which we want. You've got your video quality settings, and as you change these, you can go down to the bottom and it shows you what space is needed for that export, which is really cool. So if you go in here, you rate the movie, and again, this is a standard iPad. This is not an iPad Pro. I think that's important for people to know. These things start at about $330 in 2018. For $330 and a $20 app, you're at $350 with a very capable device. Now, if you're shooting with anything that has a wireless photo and video transfer, I transfer 4K videos in under a minute, and that's for my longer videos. So I think that just says a lot for this whole platform. Upload is complete. So if we go back into our photos here, and we are going to go into all, and let's see what we shot. So we've got that nice dramatic effect. We're zooming in. Look how clear that is and how sharp it is. And we've got our picture we zoomed way up on. We've got the panning. Just awesome. Very, very awesome. Professional looking video. You're at least, 95% of the way to something looking 100% professional for very low dollars. So that's what I've got today on this app. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Get back to you as soon as possible. And please subscribe. Hit the like button if you liked the video. If you'd like to know more, again, leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible.